From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Ready to go.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Things get weird in 3, 2, 1.
Once again, Shem is taking over the DM Deep Dive while Deepa is away. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hello, Shem. What do we got in the DMs today?
Stacy wants to know, what is everyone's drink of choice?
Like alcohol or just
Alcohol.
I was gonna say
alcohol.
Gatorade recently.
Really?
What?
Grape Gatorade.
Grape drink?
Wow.
Why?
So good.
Really?
Welcome, Maury.
But gin and tonic.
So your drink of choice is what? Gin and tonic, more?
Gin, oh my God, yeah.
I always
Really,
thought you
huh?
were a sangria guy. You used
I
to
do love sangria, but if I
sangria.
go out clubbing, like if I'm gonna go to stand
If
up to
I
a
go
bar,
out clubbing.
God
gin and
sake.
tonic.
Well, first of all, okay, let's just back this up here.
Okay, so
Beat
in
the
other
beat.
words, your regular drink of choice is just Gatorade.
When is the last
You don't
time,
go
Maury,
clubbing.
you've been out standing at a bar and ordered a gin and tonic?
Honestly, the last time in 3 years
Yes.
was at the bar at the Rock red carpet.
Okay, before
No,
that. Like
before
that's
that.
Before
work.
that?
That's work.
Before that, 2019.
Okay. So
But
and-
not at a work event?
Not at a work event, 2019.
Okay, so what have you had to drink since then? Because obviously,
Grape Gatorade.
no, but you've had alcohol since then.
What has
yeah.
Matthew allowed you to drink since
Thank you.
then?
Oh, Vizzy. A can of Vizzy.
What's Vizzy again?
Vizzy is like vodka coolers, vodka,
Sure.
fruity vodka stuff.
Okay. But he
Yeah.
allows you to drink the whole can?
Yeah, because I can take it up to the barbecue
Mhm.
and I can have one.
And then what happens when you come back down and you're like, God, I want another Vizzy.
He says not till you barbecue again.
Really? So he
Nothing
allows
you barbecue again?
Wow.
That could be days.
So he only allows you to have. So if you're up there and you're doing dinner and it's like the summer and everything else, like you're allowed one drink.
One can.
But why is that even a thing though? Why does he care so much?
He thinks it's irresponsible of me to have more than one.
But you're not driving the food up there.
Absolutely, but he's just not a big fan of like if you get drunk. I mean, then
Get drunk.
that's like only 3%.
Oh Jesus, man.
Okay, so Maury's drink of choice is Gatorade.
Great Gatorade.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, Roz?
Lately, so I was on cider for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then over the pandemic, I drank way too much cider and did no exercise whatsoever. And I sat around for 2 years writing a book, and I gained 25 pounds.
Does not show you look fabulous.
And then, well, because I lost it. And then now, you know what I drink? I drink lime White Claw, like I'm a college co-ed.
Wow.
Year one.
You're a White Claw guy.
Year one, still undecided what my master is.
Yeah.
So I drink, but only wine, but only lime White Claw. I don't like any of the other White Claws. I only drink lime White Claw, and then every now and then I'll have a glass of white wine with ice if I'm out.
Oh, nice.
And
Wow.
that sort of hits me.
College kid and lady having lunch.
Yeah. And that's really it. I haven't had a beer in, good God. I don't think I've had a beer in about 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
really?
been a long time since I had a beer. I don't like I won't drink vodka or anything like that anymore. Like I will have nothing. I'll just have water.
Yeah.
If the options are sort of vodka. What do you drink? You drink red wine still?
I not as much as I used to. I still
Yeah.
drink vodka soda, but
Yeah.
I'll just drink like whiskey.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Or
kind of whiskey
scotch.
you drink?
Oh God, they just vary.
Do you have like a different sort of collection? Because once you become a whiskey drinker, what I noticed, my brother drinks whiskey.
Yeah.
The one thing I noticed when you become a whiskey drinker is that when people buy you gifts, they'll just buy you whatever kind of whiskey.
Yeah,
Like my brother will wind up getting like 5 different kinds. It's not like he tells people what his favorite is. They just are like, hey, I heard this one is good. I heard this one is good. So is
Yeah.
that what you kind of have, like a
Yeah,
mishmash
I like,
of whiskeys?
Basil Hayden. I
Yeah.
love Basil Hayden, and I also enjoy Woodford. Those two.
Yeah. And how much, like if you're sitting down, if it's a whiskey night, right? give me a whiskey night. Okay, so you don't have to work the next day, and there's a WWE pay-per-view on.
Oh, bro.
Okay.
Yo,
Okay.
it's over.
So how many of those are you having? Would you say
like 2 double shots?
2 double shots,
Yeah.
and that'll last
Straight
you
on
that'll,
ice.
That'll last you how long? Do you how long does it take you to get through sipping on one of those?
Like maybe like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's like slowly sipping.
Slowly sipping.
Is whiskey like brandy?
In the sense that it's in a bottle?
Is it the same thing?
No.
Because brandy's brandy and whiskey's whiskey.
Yeah.
Different flavor.
Yeah, different flavor, really different everything.
What about you, Shem?
I'm not really a big drinker at all, but I will say I like pineapple and Hennessy. Pineapple juice and Hennessy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Wow. Okay.
And also Malibu and ginger beer.
Wow.
Which is really good. I had that. I was recently in New York and I had that. Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Malibu,
Island vibe.
ginger beer.
So
ginger
good.
beer's spicy good.
It
huh?
is.
Spicy
But it hits
good.
hits the spot, man. I like
Yeah,
it.
I haven't had a ginger beer in a real long time.
I
One
want
more
to try
DM,
that by
please.
the pool.
Yeah, you'd like it more.
It's good.
Yeah.
Next one comes from Andy. Oh, okay. Andy says, I know Roz absolutely hates these, but here we go. I had a dream.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
Where I was Maury, and we were driving one day on a total rainy day from the radio station back to Roz's place.
Oh, dream come true.
We didn't make it back home because we didn't make it, unfortunately. Oh, okay. They got real dark. Don't know why, but Roz was real grumpy that day, so I decided to drive fast and get to his place as fast as possible. I skid and sped through the parking lot as soon as I heard Roz grumble. So the rest of the trip, I remember running red lights and stop signs while not using my wipers. Smooth, cool dude was absolutely his pants when we crashed into a telephone pole. That's when we woke up.
We woke up. No. This is your stupid ass dream. That's when you
This
woke
isn't a we
up.
situation.
No, this is not a we situation. All right, don't write about your stupid dreams.
And
Okay?
what's the question?
There's no question. It was more of a just don't encourage this kind of behavior. Jesus.
Okay. Thank you for all of your DMs. Shem is in charge for the next little while. While
Also,
Deepa
change your
is
diet
away.
if you're dreaming you're Maury. Right?
That's the worst part.
Change your diet. You're going to bed like weird, man.
Yeah, stop eating salami and
Yeah,
Aerobar and Pringles
like-
all within the same 30 minutes.
No, it's not good.
Keep those DMs coming in. We talk about them every day.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Things get weird in 3, 2, 1.
FYI, all the DMs that you're sending in to us, they go to Shem for the next little bit while Deepa is away. So he's taking over the DM Deep Dive.
What do we got today, Shem? What do people want to know?
First one comes up. First of all, you guys are amazing. The only reason I listen to the radio is the Roz and Mocha show. You guys bring so much joy to others, so thank you. Now, I have to ask a Caillou question. Is this troll job something you guys came up with as part of the show? I was thinking about this recently. How is it that no one knows who Caillou is, especially Shem, who featured on a diss track with Caillou and gets DMs from Caillou? I just had to ask. I'm suspicious. Love you guys.
Yeah, I got a message that just flat out said that Shem is in cahoots with Caillou. And then somebody else had said that they thought Shem was Caillou.
But Caillou started before Shem.
That's what I said. And then Shem said that he was technically at the station.
I was already here at the station. I just started working on the show 5 years ago.
Right.
But I've been at the station for,
Wait, but
for
you
12.
wouldn't have done something like that early on. Like,
No,
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I don't
that would
think
be a
so.
terrible thing to do when you
That's what
didn't
I
even
mean.
really work on the show. You're just like one day decide to like hurt feelings.
If that were the case, Shem would be like Joe from You.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hello, You.
Yes, exactly. Right? I would be so weirded out,
I know.
bro.
But just for the record, Caillou, that's not an inside job.
No.
From the Roz and Mocha show.
No.
We legit have no idea who Caillou is.
There was a point where a lot of people thought that Maury was in on it.
no,
right?
at the beginning, I
there's no
hated
way.
Caillou.
Yeah.
I was jealous of Caillou.
Yes, and Maury would get so upset when we would play Caillou stuff on the show, when the person who was trolling me as Caillou would like write a new song and everything else. And Maury went through a period of where he was just like, you know what, I'm going to make this stop and I'm going to find out who this is and I'm going to out him and everything. Like you got really, it was super weird. Maury was, and it was such a
Jealous
thing
of
on the show.
Caillou
People
singing about him being Roz being Caillou's dad when I, for some reason, was like, no, why isn't he my dad?
Yeah, like it was super weird. Like, and fans loved it. It was like a mystery. It still is a mystery. And Maury was just like, he didn't want any part of it. And he wanted to ruin it so it never happened again. Like his attitude towards it at the beginning. And then as soon as I realized that, I was like, no, Maury is definitely not Caillou. Like,
Maury,
definitely
he's so
not.
possessed. Maury is Joe from you.
Yes.
You gotta watch. He don't put you in a glass box.
Maury is definitely Joe from you.
And people thought it was Mocha, too, for a while.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
it's not an inside job,
no.
and we legit have no idea who Caillou is or the real identity.
Do you want to know?
After all this time?
Do I
Or
want
would
to
it
know?
ruin it?
No, I mean,
I don't want to know
You
only
don't wanna
because
know.
I enjoy the songs, the disc records that Caillou puts out every few
Right,
months.
right,
Like, I
right.
don't want that to end.
No. One day it will because it has to, right? Like one day when I'm leaving this show or whatever.
Well, why are you leaving the show?
Oh, here we go, Maury. I'm not your father.
I need an income.
No, he needs to know so he can lock you up in that glass box in the basement. All right, next DM, please, Shem.
This one comes from Courtney. Does Shem sing the jingle in the Burger King Whopper commercial? I don't know what this means, and I've never heard this commercial before.
Oh, you don't?
No.
I don't know what it is.
Somebody sent asked me the same question recently, so I found the commercial.
There's a jingle?
Does it sound like Shem?
Hold on, here. Listen to this, guys.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Impossible or Bacon Whopper. I rule this day.
That's you.
BK,
That's you.
Have it your way.
That's
Where's
you.
that? I've
sounds
never heard that
just
before.
like you.
That is not me, I promise. Play
Listen
the-
to how he says Whopper. It says
Yeah.
Shem.
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
bro,
just like
that's
you.
you.
I promise it's not me. I promise it's not me.
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
Sing it,
Whopper,
Shem, sing it
Junior,
right now.
Double, Triple, Whopper.
That sounds just like
Shem,
you.
sing it.
Whopper, Whopper.
Yeah,
Is
that's
what he
you.
said?
You
No.
don't have to sing it. I know your voice.
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
Yeah.
Whopper, 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 Whopper.
Yeah, man,
Whopper,
that's your
Whopper,
voice.
Whopper, Whopper.
That sounds just like
It's
you.
not.
Shem just admitted.
You know
I
why?
promise
Because
it's not.
Shem's doing voice work now, right? So I hear his
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time. Shem did one for, I think it was Poker Stars.
Poker
I
Stars
just
now.
saw that the other night. That
And-
was you, right? With
Yeah.
the guy on the bench?
On the bench.
Yes,
Yeah.
because your Poker Stars commercial was like a pre-roll on a YouTube video that I
Was
was
it?
watching the other night. Yeah, but this Burger King
It
commercial,
is not me.
it's
I
not
promise
you,
it's not
but
me.
it really does sound like you.
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
Bro, come on
Whopper.
now.
Like, come on.
That sounds
Really does.
that sounds honestly. This is going to sound weird, but because at the end of every month, Shem does like a recap song, right? I'm going to say that guy singing that Whopper song sounds more like you than sometimes you do when you're singing.
Oh, really?
Whopper, 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 Junior,
Bro, that's
Double,
you.
Triple,
It
Whopper.
does.
Yeah.
I can't even front. It sounds like me. It does. I promise it's not.
So we all agree it's Shem.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Shem. All right, Shem, one more DM, please.
Okay. Ryan says, "Hey guys, first off, just wanted to say, Roz, love your book. You expressing yourself like that and opening up was inspiring. Now I wanted to know between Roz and Mocha, which of Maury's recaps do you enjoy more? His recaps of House of the Dragon or his recaps of Game of Thrones?
I like House of the Dragon because this one, Damn It Maury and Damn It Matthew are committed to watching every single week.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the one for Game of Thrones was
was only one
Maury.
episode, right?
No, but it was only
It
Maury.
was only Maury. It wasn't Maury Matthew.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely House of the Dragon. Oh, like without question.
I prefer Maury with Matthew.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Whopper, Whopper.
So I'm trying to deflect, Maury. All right, keep those DMs coming in. We talk about them every day. Thanks, Shem.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive.
Welcome back, Deepa Prashad.
I get a plus.
Hey, it's been so long since you've participated in the DM Deep Dive.
What do we got today, Deepa?
All right. So Bianca wrote in and she asked, "What is the most daring thing you've ever done?"
Oh, interesting. Like
Yeah, I like
daring thing
Daring.
I've ever done.
Like skydiving or like bungee jumping, anything like that?
I guess it's up for your own interpretation.
Yeah,
what do you think was daring?
Somebody could say have an affair. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like it all depends
never,
on it all. No, but you know what I mean. It all depends on what you deem daring, I guess.
I mean,
right?
that time I tried to steal from HMV, but then I got caught and arrested.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. When I was younger, I was arrested, had to go to court, parole officer.
What'd you steal? What would you try to steal?
Just anyway.
No. What'd you try? What'd you try and
have to
lift?
say,
What was it?
It was a Jodeci CD.
Oh my god, bro.
Mocha.
Yo, it was a dope CD. What do you want? I was broke.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
No, it wasn't. And this time, the time that I stole, I'm pretty sure I told this on the show before, or at least on the podcast. So it was like the same week that I started my very first job at the Bay.
That's not
Oh my
good.
God.
So I showed up super late.
Yeah.
And I told them that like the bus that I was taking broke down. And that's why I was late.
Lies
not
on
that,
lies.
Not that I was like 5 stores up in the mall getting arrested for stealing from HMV.
So what happened? So you stole this Jodeci CD,
Yeah.
and then what? Like the alarm just went off?
No, 2 security guards followed
saw
me.
you.
Yeah, they followed because I was acting. I had all the signs of a young thief.
Yeah.
Looking nervous, looking around a lot.
Big pockets.
Right, asking all the employees like different questions and like going to different sections of the store. And then 2 security guards followed me out.
Yeah.
And were like, one of them grabbed my arm, grabbed my jacket, and was like, "Come with us." And I was like, "Where?" And they were like, "You have something that belongs to the store in your jacket." And I was like, "Oh man."
See, in 2022, you just walk in and take it and walk out. Right? There's
I
no,
think so,
There's
yeah.
no rules anymore. They don't stop you
Yeah.
anymore.
Anyway,
right?
that was disappointing.
Yeah.
So daring. Anyway,
Yeah, daring.
Very
Jeez.
daring.
Okay,
Roz, do you have anything?
listen, I'm not
No?
a daring guy. I like even with stupid things. Like I don't do. I'm terrified of everything. I won't
Yeah.
skydive. I've never bungee jumped.
One would
I've
say
never.
proposing marriage is daring.
That is,
true.
you're right.
Yeah.
That was. Well, I mean, was it daring? I don't think that there was much risk
A lot of risk
involved.
involved.
There's no
Look at
risk
Maury, a
involved.
lot of risk.
Stop it.
how more he feels about his own
No,
marriage.
okay.
Come on, man. Don't project.
No. I'm not a. I'm terrified of horses. Like I would never ride a horse.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff. Like I'm not a daring. I don't
was a
eat
competitive
crazy
horseback
food.
rider.
You were?
What?
At camp in Wisconsin, we used to ride our horses to the old man with the ice cream. in
Roger,
the
excuse me.
field.
You're what?
We used to ride our horses. to
Horse. Okay, good. Okay.
I heard horses too.
Yeah.
What else we got today, Deepa?
Okay, this next question is for Mocha. This is from Gordo. Gordo said Mocha
Gordo.
gets 2 invites to 2 parties on the same night. One from The Rock and one from Drake. He can only go to one party. Which one is he going to?
Oh, The Rock, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, even though, like, yeah, I'm a big fan of Drake, but I feel like The Rock would be no offense to Drake, but I feel like The Rock would be a better host and a better person to have a conversation with.
Do you think Drake would be standoffish, like as a host, and
Yeah,
he wouldn't
not
interact?
standoffish, but like he's got his crew, he's got his dudes, and he doesn't know me.
No,
right?
and
So-
also you got to go by the invite list too, right? Like if The Rock is having a party and he's inviting some of his friends, chances are Mocha's going to be like fans of like other people that are at that party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
true.
wrestling dudes, a lot
Kevin
of movie
Hart might
stars,
be there.
Kevin Hart,
Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds may be
if
there.
you go through Drake and you're like, okay, like who's this guy? Who's in this guy's crew? Like who are his friends? Like, do you want to hang out with them?
But chances are I know half of them already because they all
Right.
grew up like in the same neighborhood type of thing.
Right? Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, you have to take The Rock.
Yeah,
You definitely have to go to
absolutely.
The Rock's party.
Thank you for all of your DMs. Keep them coming in. We talk about them every day. Thanks, Deepa.
No problem.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Our DMs is where all the weird lives.
Time to get into the DMs and see what y'all are saying to us.
What do people want to know, Deepa? What do we got in the DMs today?
All right. I really like this first question from Kevin. Kevin said, "What is the craziest thing you have ever done in the name of love?"
I mean, I sort of like wrote a whole book to propose,
True.
and then
That's good.
and
could've
then
just
did
asked.
like an elaborate super proposal. Right?
Let him shine, okay?
Yeah, why don't you just ask? You could have just,
Like, y'all been together 13 years.
Yeah.
Just ask, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
She would have said yes.
Longer even. Been together longer. Yeah, so I think that, but that's really it. Like, I don't remember having done. I mean, when you're younger, you do sort of stupid stuff for. I thought I was in love with this woman who worked at a bar one time, and I had one conversation with her, and I remember I left the bar that night, and I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm like, man, she's so great and everything else, and he's like, you know what you should do is. You should order flowers for her and have them delivered to her at the bar the next night while she's working.
Oh, how romantic!
Right? And
Yeah.
I did, and then I showed, and then I was there when they were going to be delivered, and I was like at the bar.
Yeah.
And then like somebody walked up to the bar. It's like 10 o'clock at night, right?
Uh-huh.
Somebody walked up to the bar with flowers for her, and she literally looked at them and they just like threw them in the garbage.
Wait, but did it have a name? Like, was there a card?
Yeah.
So it said it was from you?
Yeah.
And you were sitting right there?
Yeah.
And
then
right in front of your face?
Yeah.
You could never go back to that
no,
bar.
No. And then I the next night I was like, oh my God, I gotta like apologize or whatever. And then I remember I called the bar to find out if she was working, and they were like, no. And I was like, oh dang. And then so I just went to the bar anyway. It was right around the corner from where I lived, and I was just gonna go in for a drink. And then I got there and she was working.
Oh,
take a hand.
Double slap.
Take a
So
hand. So did she say anything to you?
No, I never approached her. I never anything.
No, but the night that she got the flowers, did she say anything to you?
No, I didn't approach. I watched her throw them in the garbage. I left.
You didn't take them out of the garbage?
No.
But she knew that you were there.
No, she didn't know I was there.
She didn't know
no.
Okay,
she
that's
didn't
what
know I
thought.
was there.
Okay.
No.
Emotional damage.
Emotional.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So stuff like that. You're like, you're young, right? Like you're young. I was like 19, 20 years old. Or something
Deepa,
like
got to
that.
find out from you because you are youngest in the group here. Just turned 27, right? And your husband is same age?
Yeah, same age as
Okay,
me,
so
yeah.
different era in, coming up in the world of love. Do you have a story?
Yeah, the craziest thing that I did for love, this is going to sound so stupid. Literally leaving the house to go anywhere with him was a big step because, like, I lived with two very strict brown parents, and I would have to lie in order to go out and see Thalal because they didn't know he existed. He wasn't a thing at the time, and I wasn't allowed to date. So I would have to scheme, like, okay, where am I? Like, I'm going to say I'm going to go to university on the weekend to do schoolwork. And my parents are always like, oh, great, our daughter's doing extracurriculars. She's going to study at school. But I'd run off and, like, we go to the movies and we do stuff like that. But then when we're out in public, I vividly remember walking down the street and, like, looking down at my shoes just in case anybody around, like, my family was there. And they would see me. I used to call my mom every hour just to make sure she's home. In the case that they left the house, I would immediately go back home. And my mom would always be like, why are you calling? Like, I was like, oh, I'm just making sure you're home. So, like, when I'm ready to get picked up from the subway, like, you're there, right? So I'm just timing it with you. So
your parents thought you were going to be a doctor, but really you were just dating.
Yes, I think so. So what a disappointment.
Time for one more DM, please, Deepa.
Okay. Okay. Devon wrote in and said, hey, Deepa, I found Shem's identical voice twin. If you listen to the song, My Temperature's Rising by the band Audition, the lead singer sounds exactly like Shem.
Excuse me.
Just the other day, somebody sent in a DM when you weren't here, Deepa.
Yeah.
And said Shem sounded like he was the voice on a new Burger King commercial.
Oh, okay.
And then it came out that
it was not Shem,
was
although,
not Shem.
although it sounds very much like
Oh,
Shem.
really?
Oh,
No,
my
it never
God.
came out. He just said it wasn't him. The jury's
True.
still
You're
out.
right. You're right.
So, sorry, what's the name of the song, Deepa?
It's called My Temperature's Rising.
Yeah.
By the band Audition.
Like, I could see, like, a little bit how this would sound like Shem.
No.
Okay, not this part. Not this part.
First
Not
of all,
this
that is
part.
atrocious.
But
Did
the
the
beginning
band
here.
send that question in just to get
I'm
airplay?
wondering. I know. Thank you, Maury. It's a little.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Like when Shem just goes the higher octave,
It's
right?
You know what it is? It's not. I don't think it's the. I don't even think it's that. I don't think it's the pitch. I think it's the sort of cadence that this guy uses. Shem sort of transitions from one word to another word, and the same guy this guy does. So go back and play it from the beginning. Don't listen to the words. Listen to the way he goes, Shem, from word to word. It's the way he ends. It's the flip at the end of those couple of words that reminds me of you. But no.
Look at Shem
Has
vibing
nothing
in
to
there.
say.
I know.
Yeah.
I sound
Sure.
good. What can I say?
These are the conversations that come out of the DMs that you
That guy
send in
sounds
to
hot,
us.
huh, Shem? Sounds
Keep
hot,
them
that
coming
guy.
in. Deepa gets them when we talk about them on the radio. Thanks, Deepa.
You're welcome.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive.
Here we go. DM time. Deepa is here. She's been getting the DMs all this week.
What do we got in the DMs? What do we got in the DMs? What do we got in the DMs today, Deepa?
First question is from Kim. Kim says, what is one place you traveled to you thought you'd really hate but actually ended up loving?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, really?
Oh, why do you think you'd hate
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Because I didn't think that there was anything really to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like I sort of thought that, like, you know, I like big cities, and, you know, like I love Chicago, loved LA, loved New York, like all this stuff. And Atlanta became one of my favorite cities.
Really?
Yeah, I love Georgia. I really, really, really love Georgia. I think it's just beautiful, and the people were awesome. I had the best time without thinking that I was ever going to have a good time in Atlanta.
I've yet to
nice.
go to a place where I thought I'd hate it. Like any place I've gone has always been for a purpose, and we were meant to go there.
Oh, because you don't travel for work, though, right? Yeah. See, when you travel for work, you go to a lot of places that you think you're going to hate. And then most of the time you wind up hating them.
Yeah.
Right?
I was going to say
Like,
Picton, Ontario.
Picton? You thought you were going to hate?
And
Why
now
were
I'm
you?
in love with it.
So explain Picton to people. It's like a little sleepy, like
Little town, and that's where we rent our cabin for the Christmas time. And we were like, oh my God, there's going to be nothing to do. And
That's right,
now
because-
it's where we want to live.
because you grew up in the city. Matthew grew up in the city. Like, you guys aren't rural guys,
No.
right? Like you're not a skid like me,
And now it's where our dream to live there.
right? Yeah. Interesting.
Deepa, do you have an answer?
Yes, answer's going to sound really dumb, but I thought I'd hate Paris.
Why would you think you hate Paris?
Who hates Paris?
I don't know. I just like grew up thinking like, oh, Paris, like what's the big deal? The Eiffel Tower is like, who cares?
This must be the most romantic place in the entire
I
world.
know. I never thought anything of it. I heard so many mixed reviews about it, so I just took all the negative ones and I was like, oh, Paris, whatever. But then I went and I was like, holy crap. Like, I think this is one of my favorite places I've ever visited. And I saw the Eiffel Tower and I was like, whoa, this is cool. So
Now that's a tower.
So
Now
now
that's a tower,
So now
yeah.
you love France, huh?
yeah, I do love
Interesting.
France.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, yeah.
beautiful.
Matthew actually went and thought he would love Paris and hated Paris.
Oh, actually, I've
Yeah, the
heard those
complete
reviews.
opposite of Deepa.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did he
thought
hate
it was
Paris?
He thought it was dirty. He thought the people were rude. He's like, I never want to go to Paris ever again.
What?
Yeah, he
That's
hates
everything
Paris.
I heard
Yeah.
before I went, which is why
That
I
the
was like,
people
oh,
were
like
rude and everything else,
And
huh?
everything's
Yeah.
expensive. A donut was like $4.
Yeah, well, listen, man. It's a Parisian donut. You know,
Yeah.
they
Tastes
do it.
better,
They do it
for
differently
sure.
there.
Jeez. All right,
Yeah.
Deepa, what else we got?
Okay, Sedem wrote in and asked, how many languages do we all speak?
One.
One.
2.
What do you speak, Maury?
English and Portuguese.
You do not speak Portuguese.
You know how to say abrigado, and then you know how to say something else.
You do
Say that
not.
again.
you do-
Abrigado. What is
is
that?
that?
That's
It's
goodbye.
no, it's thank you.
Yeah, obrigado.
Obrigado.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Maury, if I needed to say, hey, can you let me know where to catch the bus? I'm on my way home.
No.
Okay, so you speak one language.
Yeah, English. And you know like
English.
3 Portuguese words.
Yes. Shem?
English and Ebonics.
English and what?
And what?
Ebonics.
What's that?
We can say that? I didn't think we could say that anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't say we. I say it.
True. Explain to people, because I'm telling you right now, this is a very like 90s word.
I got you.
To say. Explain Ebonics to people.
So Ebonics is, I would like to call it like black slang.
Okay.
You know, that's the best way to sort of put it, right?
Yeah.
We you know, a lot of, especially North American, African Americans have a sort of slang to them. It's part of the culture, right? It's sort of rooted in a lot of like hip hop culture. And yeah, there's a slang to it, and there's a cool vibe to it, and I feel like I'm fluent in it.
And there's sort of co-opted words as well, which in that have a completely different meaning than any other words, right? Because I find that all the time.
Okay,
like
do
every
the same sentence Roz said. Tell me, okay, hey, tell me what time the bus.
Yes, can you say, hey, where can I catch the bus? I'm running late. I got to get home to my mom.
Yo, mans are late for the bus.
That's it. There's nothing else.
Abracadabra, everyone.
Yeah. Abracadabra, baby.
Let that bus come. All right. Thanks for all of your DMs. Keep them coming in.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. When you have nothing to say, why do you always say it to us?
Here we go. Deepa's not here today, which means Shem is taking over the DM Deep Dive.
Shem, what do we got today?
Well, Sam has a question, wants to know which two artists would make up your dream Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I think we're kind of getting one of them right now with Rihanna, and I think that's just because everyone's been hungry for anything from Rihanna, music-wise, right? Who'd be on the flip side of that, though? Like
Madonna and Mariah?
Nah.
See,
that sounds boring.
I don't really enjoy the performances on the Super Bowl halftime show, and I think that anybody that I would be interested in would be boring as hell. Like, I think what makes a great Super Bowl halftime show is when you are like a Lady Gaga, or when you are, Prince. Like, I think legends make great shows, and I'm trying to think if there's, like, even the Weeknd show, like, I was so, I'm bored by the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
I will be bored by Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show. I would say 90% of the Super Bowl halftime shows bore me.
What about a mix of kind of eras where you can have like a Rihanna, but then somebody like Elton John or someone like Billy Joel that's got like a great catalog and could play live and might work well with a more modern contemporary artist.
But what if you did like a Divas Live reunion at the
Nobody
halftime
wants
show?
to see that at a halftime show. It would probably do well, but I don't want to. I don't want to see that at a halftime show. For me, it's still a football game. You know what I mean? Like if you told me, Mocha, right now, hey, they just announced a Super Bowl halftime show is Rihanna and AC/DC, I'd be like, you know what? This has the potential to be so weird, but I trust both those legendary artists that they will come up with something amazing. But I don't have a lot of interest in seeing like Rihanna and another sort of comparable that would be expected to hit the stage with Rihanna. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. More, you want to see divas.
We've talked about that in our gay community.
Oh, have
that's
you?
That's what the people want.
What do they want?
I'm telling you.
Really?
I'm telling you, 98% of people tune in for the halftime show only.
We know that already.
Show me that stat. Where'd you get that stat from?
98%. 98%.
I made up the number.
Yeah, you really made up a number, right?
Show your source, sir. What else we got today, Shab?
Sarah wants to know what motivates you all to work.
Money.
Okay.
Oh, my family.
Yeah, I would say my motivation has just always been the fear that if I don't go as hard as I am capable of going, that it will all just go away. You know what I mean? Like, that to me is that, like, that's why I never say no to work, and you work so hard, and I fear that if you take your foot off the gas, that it's all just going to go away, and that terrifies me.
Everything is just for Jenna and Cruz, and make sure that they are living good. You know what I mean? And like make sure that the family is good. That's my biggest motivation.
Also, I will say this. Part of the motivation is that we are fortunate in this show that we are adults that still every day get to play. And I think that is so great for your mental health and your physical health and your relationships and everything else, because as the sort of older you get, you lose opportunities to play. Like maybe you once a month you can go throw axes with some friends and stuff like this and that, but you're just sort of like letting out steam and getting together with people. But when it's your job to actually play, it is one of the most exhilarating opportunities. And I think that that's one of the things that I fear will go away, is that there will just be the day where we don't get to play anymore, because I don't know if anybody who has like any sort of regular civilian job fully understands what it's like, where the mandate when you go into work every day is to play. But no, I think that it's I think that that's a big part of it, and I think we're super lucky to have that.
We got time for one more. Shem.
A really sweet comment from Chrissy. She says, "Hey guys, my name is Chrissy. I just wanted to say thank you. The world is a better place with you all. I work 12 hours a day, and you guys really make it so much easier to get through. I listen on Spotify every day, and I laugh so hard. Love the podcast. Keep that amazing energy."
What's the question?
Well, no,
it's a comment.
It's a wonderful comment. I was just going to say, even after talking about how much we do this show and why we do the show, I was going to say something about how I'm leaving the show, but I was going to make a joke about that, but I won't do that right now.
Nice.
I know it's not nice.
Why would you even put that out in the universe?
I don't know.
Bro,
how long do you expect me to do this show for?
Until my mortgage is paid off?
Like a long time, dude.
How many years
for as long as I'm doing the show.
Oh.
Which is, I plan like a long time.
Like how long is long?
Like, can you go like another 10 years?
Oof. Maury, how many years you got left on that mortgage?
I kind of need Roz to do another 27 years.
27?
You got 27 left in you, Mocha?
This sounds like a good time to end the DM deep dive. Thank you for all of your DMs. Keep them coming in because we talk about them every day. Thanks, Shem.
You better get that fixed rate locked in, Maury.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.